everybody must be asked me, is that your company is the bigger in Indonesia? I said no. Since 1965, there is a lot of recycling industry already established here, and maybe my company just number 5 or number 6. There is still a lot of more big player here in Indonesia, but they don't want to expose themselves. After 2 years ago, Adobe is established in Surabaya. We try to expose and we try to tell the world that in Indonesia we already do the recycling, and our recycling is now it's come to be upcycling, like what I do in my company. And maybe if you want to visit us, or if you have other technology, please tell us, so we can upscale more our recycling system in Indonesia. But the most problem here in Indonesia, I thought, because I'm the lead of Adobe, I know now it's the waste management problem is the biggest problem here in Indonesia. Our infrastructure now is not include the waste management still. Maybe you can tell our government to make the infrastructure it's include the waste management system, because every time we ask for incentive or some tax reduction, our government always answer there is no budget for that still. Okay, so this is my presentation about what we think. I always imagine that the leak to the marine, it's like our house. Indonesia is like our house, and there is a plumb there and it's leaked. So what are you doing? Will you make a bigger basin, or you will make the bigger mop? I already go to Netherlands, United States, and Indonesia. There is something different between our country, and we cannot just copy like that and take their knowledge here in Indonesia about the recycling and about the waste management. How about Indonesia? Indonesia, we have a large population and our GDP is very low still. The implication is huge consumption with low buying power. And because of the hot, humid and dirty air, we need quality packaging with good barrier like that, and that's just the plastic. And we have here a lot of multi-laminated plastic packaging. It cannot be changed by paper either. And also, maybe you can see outside, now we already find that material which can replace plastic, it's already in Indonesia. And some kind of plastic bag, we can add with additive. The plastic conventional and mix with the additive. There is degradable additive. It's also in my member. Therefore, the more holistic approach, what we always mention about 3R, but after a long time ago, 3R already exists in Indonesia, but I think we have to move forward to 4R. World total plastic usage, 300 million tons annually. And now we use the plastic bag to be garbage bag. That's what happened in Indonesia. We don't have the proper garbage bags. If my mate got the plastic, they will use it as a garbage bag. Recycle stream, or yes, we do the recycle. How about the end life? Can plastic recycle forever? It cannot, because the quality will be down. So after 500,000 years in landfill, not lose litter in nature. So some goes to waste energy also. The current solution is 3R, like what I do also. Reduce, reuse, and recycle. But we offer you the 4R, return to earth. That's what I call with what I said before. We can put some additive to conventional plastic, and by making degradable and also the biodegradable. recycle. We need to improve recycling, which is will then improve plastic collection. That's what we need. The proper waste management. And we still need the incentive, which is here is in Indonesia, we cannot get anything. Government still think that recycling industry is like just common industry. Still we don't have any incentive or any support. But today we got the support from Kemenlu and New Zealand government, so it's very happy for us. So, and this is the most important public-private partnership between government, association, and business to design more and more recyclable products. Incentive and enforce. Incentive business to increase degradable portion in their plastic usage. Government to regulate, incentive, and enforce end-of-life product. This is our view on circular economy. We surely need to reduce usage. We also need to reuse, recycle as much plastic as possible to prolong its usage, to keep bringing economic value to society, while avoiding incurring additional environmental burden to all of us. But let no go overboard when we are inadvertently increase the cost of producing an already efficient item, or replacing it with less efficient material in order to be recyclable. So how about RDP? We are established 2 years ago in Surabaya. We are now have 300 members in all around the country, Indonesia. And this is our member. We have the blue and the green member. The blue is from industry and the green is from waste bank, the small recycling. This is our vision and mission. We become an association who can benefit the members and the government through better environment program. This is RDP affiliation. This is our strategy and action plan. We are trying to strengthen the organization so everybody in Indonesia who do the recycling can get into one platform in RDP, so we can figure out how we can upscale our recycling, and we can try to talk to our government how to help to solve our waste management. This is the most important. I want to talk to you about the VAT reduction. The tax that we cannot afford it because now in Indonesia we don't have any incentive, we don't have any support. Government just treat us like the commonly industry. The VAT 10% it cannot afford because everybody here in Indonesia still think that if the good is from recycling, it will be cheaper. They don't think about the value of the environment or how we can collect, how the cost we collect the waste. You see, to collect 1 kilo bottle, it's cost very high here because our infrastructure is not firm, and there is still too much chain here in Indonesia. Can you imagine when I visit in Netherlands, 1 kilo PET bottle just 3,000 rupiah, but here in Indonesia we have to pay 7,000 rupiah. So now RDP is struggling, and we cooperate with some ministry, and they already support us to do the VAT reducing, and I hope this will be success. This is our activity with Minister Luhut, and this is Bu Yanti, my director operational. She will be here until dinner, but sorry I have to leave you all. This is our invitation in the New York. This is our partnership with Netherlands. I've visited a lot in Netherlands. Can you imagine, for just one plant? The plant is 8 hectares, but the human resource is just 30% there. This is what ADUPI also cooperate with the government. This is our partnership with EPRO, European Association, and they also cooperate with us. This is the mass prep industrial plastic and recycled plastic. Can you see? Indonesia is very big, and there is a lot of plastic player here, and also the recycling. So if everybody want to invest to Indonesia, please come and try to find me. I will help you free. Wait, why it's so slow? No, I have to click on. Yes. Oh, okay. Thank you.